What's good, everyone? World Combat Sports in NYC with the one and only Troy Isley, 5-0 undefeated middleweight. How you doing, man?
Doing good, doing good. Just, ready to perform tomorrow.
Hey, how you been enjoying this life, man? You know what I'm saying? You ain't flying on the radar no more, man.
Yeah.
People tuned in to your style.
Yeah.
You know, you go in there to handle business. How that's been for you?
It's been pretty good. Over the years I've been real underlooked, and I feel like my last few fights I've been performing at a high level. Each time it gets better and better. So it feels real good.
Let's talk about the beginning. Your Olympic pedigree.
Mm-hmm.
When did you know you was going to be able to take that route and go into the Olympics?
Well, when I first made the team in 2017, I knew I was going to be able to take that route. But when I medaled at the World Championships in 2017, my first year when I medaled, and that was like my first time on the big stage, so I was like, I'm 18 years old, this is my first time on the big stage, so, at that time I knew I could actually, get to the Olympics.
What was some changes that you had to go through being on the Olympic stage, knowing that, it's a lot more respect in the sport of boxing with that Olympic pedigree? What were some changes that you had to go through when you was competing?
I had to get used to the. So when I first made the team, I was smaller. I was still young, so I was fighting a lot of bigger guys.
Around what weight were you?
I was 18. I was fighting 165.
Wow. Okay.
So I was, because you got to hold it for a whole year. I originally I could have fought 152, but I couldn't hold that for a whole year on the team and stuff like that. That would have been hard to make for like a whole 2-week camp.
Absolutely.
Making 152 because I had a lot of muscle. So I just fought 65 as an amateur, and I always say I'm gonna go to 54 when I turn pro. But my first year on the team, I was real small, so I had to just use my boxing skills and box. You feel me? Because the guys were a lot bigger. They were like 22. They were grown men. So I got on the little strength plan. Me and my guy Jose, one of the strength coaches back in the USA boxing team. He got me on a good strength plan. Got started lifting a little bit. That's how I got my weight up a little bit. But that's something I had to do when I got on the team.
I thought you said you already had muscle mass. They put you on strength and
mass,
conditioning.
but I was doing like just natural. K had me more natural, like push-ups, dips and stuff like that. Then my dad,
no actual weightlifting.
Yeah, not a lot of weightlifting. But when I got on the USA team, I was small, so I had to get my body up.
How long you been boxing, man?
I started when I was
8. 8 years old, man.
I
In the game.
Until I was 11, though.
Okay, where you train out of again? Let the fans know.
Alexandria, Virginia.
Alexandria, Virginia, man. How often are you in Georgia?
In Georgia, I fought in Georgia on October 23rd. I fought on the Stevenson Herring card. That's about it. That's the only time I've been in Georgia.
Okay, for sure. What gym you training out of over in Alexandria?
Alexandria Boxing Club.
Okay.
This is the only gym.
Shout out to Alexandria Boxing Club over there. Definitely want to give them their props. I know they're going to be tuned in for you.
Yeah, some of the kids are here. Some of them here.
Was that right?
Yeah,
okay.
The kids are here, yeah. Some of them pulled up here. My coach Steady brought some of them out here.
Talk about your coaches, man, for those individuals that may not know.
Well, I got Coach K and Coach Study. They've been with me since I was young. They're like dads. They're always on top of me, making sure I'm doing what I need to do. Then I got Coach Al, the old school guy. Basically like the teacher, teaching me the old tricks. That a lot of these young guys not really learning.
Yeah.
So he's old school, teaching me discipline and stuff like that. And then I feel like I got a great team, and I feel like overall I got the best team for real. 3 great minds in this game.
For sure. How difficult is it, man? You see boxers having teams all the time, and then they disperse and go their separate ways. How you been able to hold on to that dynamic and keep these boxing minds together?
Well, I trust them. I trust them for sure, and I know, Kay, they love me like, Kay and Study and Al, they all love me like a son. So, me, I met Coach Al back in like 2018. Michaela would always bring him to the camps, and me and him he would always just come up to me and tell me, stuff to do and stuff like that. And, we would always, he would just train me on stuff like that. But he wouldn't be there all the time, but every time he was there, he would just always, catch on, just come to me and, tell me stuff and stuff like that. So it was always cool. And then, Kay and them, they're like that. So, I trust them with my, with my career. So I don't, other people, I don't really, feel like they have my best interests at heart. I feel like Kay, he knows me. He has me since I was young. He knows when to do. He knows what I'm gonna do. So he just knows me. Him and Study just know me. They know Troy Isley.
That's what's up. Anybody I talk to, they have nothing but good things to say about your team. And seeing it play out on the big stage right now, it shows, man. Because you went in there, you had that fight to go the distance. But a lot of us learn about Troy Isley that fight.
Yeah.
Like, you don't break under pressure.
Yeah.
Just because you're not getting a knockout, you don't sit up here and just abandon everything, just throwing wild shots.
Yeah.
You stayed fundamentally sound the entire fight, man.
Yeah.
And we was back here like, man, this is a tough fight. He handled himself with discipline. What did you learn in that fight?
Well, I mean, a lot of people say I was frustrated, but I mean, I wasn't. Honestly, I felt good to go to rounds. I felt good. I went 6. That was my first time going past 4 rounds. You know, so I mean, I felt like I was happy because, you know, I was like, damn, I could have went 8. I could go 10. You feel me?
You know what I'm saying?
I felt good. You know, but I just gotta. I feel like that fight I didn't touch the body a little more, and I kind of abandoned my jab a little bit. I could have used my jab a little more. I abandoned it because he was southpaw. I was trying to land the right hand, but you know, next time, you know, that's why my last fight I threw a lot of body shots and I worked behind the jab, and a lot of stuff just comes easier.
Yeah, seeing that.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of my shots, and I just catch on my timing quick when I just come out feigning and use my jab. Everything just comes off natural.
So that goes to show you only 5-0, and people were talking about you was frustrated in the fight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When you was going in there, and you haven't even had your 5th consecutive win yet.
Yeah.
But that's awesome, man. You know, y'all went in there, made some changes. You came back from the lab and made it happen.
Right.
What has been your best moment thus far in your professional career?
I like my last performance. My last performance was a great performance. So, I mean, I feel like that was my best performance. So, I mean, I'm going to go with that, my happiest moment. Other than that, I haven't really had a moment yet. I'm going to try to make this weekend a moment.
Man, I was looking at one of your lives. You remind me of a throwback fighter. You know, you straight, you serious, you know, and you're throwing your shades. You know, talk a little bit and then you out. You ain't like no social media junkie, man.
Yeah.
You know, what do you do to get away from boxing during your spare time?
Well, I like tennis shoes, as you see. You know, I like shades.
Yeah.
I like to shop. You know, I go out, eat. I like to spend time with family. You know, with good tight knit friends. I like to play basketball. You know, do a lot of the other sports, and then other than that, I like play basketball, do other sports, and I play video games too as well to kill time. That's what I do a lot when I'm in training camp. And you know, I watch a lot of my sparring, a lot of my old stable, a lot of my old fights, even back as an amateur, stuff like that.
Are you a fighter who watch a lot of film, or
I do.
Do you study your opponent any?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I hear fighters sometimes saying they don't study their opponent.
It's important. I mean, I feel like it's important. You
Okay.
want to know you just want to know what the guy likes, what his favorite punch is, what his favorite way to go is. You know, if I do this, what is he gonna do? You feel me? And I like to watch him against other styles, see how he do. I like to watch 4 or 5 different fights to see how he did against that style, how he did against this style. You know what to do, what style breaks him down easy, what style he don't like. So, yeah.
Hey Troy, for the middleweight division, I don't have to tell you, it's like nothing been going on in the middleweight division. I feel that you don't have to have a lot of fights to be a contender in the middleweight division, because it seems like nobody is stepping up.
Right.
What's your forecast for that? You know, we already know who the champions is, but
yeah. I mean, I feel like the middleweight definitely needs a spark, and I feel like I'm definitely going to bring that in the future. I feel like right now I'm still developing. I'm still getting my grown man strength, and still picking up my IQ and stuff like that. But I feel like in another year and a half, or maybe at the end of next year, I feel like I'll be ready. For a title chase. I feel like definitely I'll be ready. With my background and my skills. A lot of people say I'm a small middleweight, but I have the skills. I've been in there with a lot of the best amateurs before, and I'm used to fighting bigger guys. So I mean, none of that phases me. Skill gonna beat power all the time. To me, skill and the mind gonna beat the power all the time. So I feel like with my skill, I can beat any middleweight.
true words, man. We look forward to that, because obviously you're going to have that pressure on you. You know what I'm saying? You're definitely going to have the pressure. But one thing you're showing the boxing world is that you're technically sound.
Yeah.
Just because you come from the Olympics doesn't mean you're going to come to the professional ranks and perform the way you've been performing.
Right.
We talk about Troy Isley all the time on the YouTube community.
Yeah.
You got a fight coming up. We always talking about you. You know what I'm saying? Waiting you to get back in the square.
Yeah.
So right now, heading to this training camp, what was your training regime like? How many times you trained a day?
I was still sticking to the same thing. I was training a good 2 times, maybe 3. If I felt like we needed to work on something, sparring, I do a little late night session. But we was already in camp for the April 30th fight. So I mean, they gave us a quick turnaround. So I was just out for 1 week, and I had to hurry up and get to Marquette. Stayed at Marquette for like a week and a half, doing a little technical stuff with Coach Al. Working on a little technical stuff and a little mind, stuff like that. And then got out there to K, started getting good sparring, and started working on more technical stuff. So I mean, we do a morning workout. It's a long morning workout. It's probably about 3-4 hours maybe. And then we have a conditioning session at night, and a conditioning or a strength session at night. And,
Who's your strength and conditioning?
Well, I work with Jack. You know who that is? He used
No.
to work with, he's a light-skinned guy. He used to do with Andre Ward.
Okay.
And he's with Laura too. He works with Laura too.
Yeah.
But I work with Jack, and then Kate does it too sometimes. He does the strength work too as well.
Okay, that's what's up. What's your forecast this year? As far as getting in the ring.
Well, right now I'm worried about June 18th, but I'm hearing stuff. I'm hearing like August 13th maybe.
Okay, I got to ask. Then I can prepare myself
Yeah.
to know that you getting back in the square after. You know what I'm saying? Not to look over your opponent.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I'm saying?
I understand. But we getting for sure. We're gonna stay busy this year. So I told my team that I wanted to stay busy. Get as many fights as I can. The more I fight, the better I get. So I told them I want to stay busy, and my team is definitely doing that.
How long you plan on staying in middleweight, man?
Well, right now I'm doing the development at 154, so I'm really not at middleweight yet. So I mean,
They had you down in middleweight unless they didn't want to put the super middle. Junior middleweight.
Top Rank believes that when I'm ready to fight, they know when I'm ready to fight somebody, I'll be at middleweight. But I mean, I feel like I'll be at middleweight for a while. I feel like I can hold 160 for a while before I make the 68 jump. I feel like I can hold 160 for at least 4 or 5
54
years.
hot right now, Troy. You know what I'm saying?
I know.
It's be super hot.
Yeah, but I feel like I can hold middleweight for a good 4 to 5 years for sure.
Absolutely. The fight everybody's been talking about. I got to ask your prediction if it happens. Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We don't know if it's actually going to happen or not, but it's been talked about for so many years. So, what's your take on that?
Well, I'm rocking with Crawford. So, I mean, Crawford, my guy, that's my dog. That's big bro. He support. He give me pointers on, a lot of stuff I needed to do. I had 2 camps with him. He told me a lot of stuff, him and his team. So, I'm rocking with Crawford.
Have you ever trained up at BNB?
Well, at BNB, yeah. I trained at BNB, yeah, for sure. I did his. I wasn't there like the whole camp for his fight with Jeff Horn, and then I came. I did the Jeff Horn camp, and then I came and did the Kelberg camp. So I did 2 camps with them, and then my second camp, my second pro fight, we did. Me and Shakur, all of us, we did a long camp with BNB. We just like a little partner camp with BNB. We were training with them in Colorado. So it was like my team, then it was Terrence's team, and stuff like that. So we did a long camp. I felt like I learned a lot from my second pro fight as well.
Well, definitely, World Combat Sports and a lot of the media, and fight fans look forward to seeing you step in the square. Any last words you want to say to your fans before you step in there tomorrow, Troy?
Well, if you support me, keep watching. It ain't gonna do nothing but get better and better each time. And Transformer is definitely someone that y'all need to be looking out for, and all you middleweights need to watch out for.
There it is. You heard it from the one and only Troy Isley in the building. Best wishes out there, and salute from World Combat Sports. Thank you for the interview, man.
No problem.